What role does QuakeCon play these days as this show has grown, as well as its place in the industry post E3 for you guys as a marketing tool?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, when we acquired id 9 years ago now, we were really adamant that we didn't want to change QuakeCon unless it was for the better, that we wanted to work with the volunteers and id and the fans to figure out, like, what do we want to do more of, or what do we want to do better. But we weren't going to try and change it into something else. Like, what it is just fine as it is, which is a celebration of gaming, a celebration of competitive play and esports, with Quake being the original esport. And so for us, it's a great beat to be able to follow up with folks like yourselves, to give the press the chance to see games as they're coming along, and maybe we've got new stuff to show you that we didn't have at E3, to get the fans involved, because we want everybody to see what we're up to, so we can have hands-on for Wolf and Evil Within and Dishonored and Quake Champions down in the booth, or our VR stuff. It falls at a really nice time, not just relative to E3, but Gamescom happens to be happening this week. So myself and a bunch of my team are going to be at PAX next week. Like, we've got these shows where you have a chance to go out and see people and get them involved. And then you add in the Quake World Championships and like some of the best players in the world here competing for $1 million prize pool. It's sort of a nice point to bring in a lot of different things, whether it's what we're doing and what others are doing, to just kind of come together and enjoy what it is about gaming that we love, which is the experiences we have and the people that we get to play them with.
When it comes to the Quake World Championship, how do you see that esport as it grows, especially, and the live stream nature of it opening up new opportunities for you guys to speak directly to that fan base, not just for Quake, but for all of Bethesda's titles?
Sure. I mean, every year at QuakeCon, forever, we've been having competitions here and have been streaming it, but this year with the Quake World Championship, we've definitely taken it to a very different level. It's part of our commitment to the Quake pros that we've had for years, for some of the new players that have been coming in that are really making a splash here during the Quake World Championships. And it's really the first step in a roadmap that we want to lay out to help them understand, here's what we want to do. It's not just a one-off. We've got other big events planned this year. We've got a whole suite of things planned for next year, and not just for the top level players, but I think we really want Quake Champions to be a thing where folks can compete at lots of different levels, that there is an element that you're the equivalent of a weekend warrior. You're not going to practice every day, but you enjoy it. You enjoy the skill-based aspect of it and the speed, and you want to enter a tournament every now and then on the weekend, or get a team together with your buddies. Like, that's still a thing that you can do, that we do local sort of amateur level things, just for the folks who are interested in. And you can still have, your semi-pros and your pros, or your aspirational folks. You can come from out of nowhere and work your way all the way up to be playing against, Rafa and Cooler and some of the best players in the world. But we want to have it so that there's lots of opportunities for people to compete and sort of stretch their competitive legs and be part of a competitive scene that doesn't always have to mean playing for $1 million and going up against the best players.
As I walk around QuakeCon, you've got the big sponsors like the AMDs and the Alienwares, but you also have the non-endemics like 5 Hour Energy. How are you seeing esports around Quake World Championships attract the non-endemics?
Well, I mean, a lot of these folks that you're talking about, like, they've been with us for a while. Like, they some of them are stepping into sort of bigger roles, but we've had partnerships, and QuakeCon is now in its 22nd year. So QuakeCon as a thing has already established relationships with these folks like Alienware or AMD and 5 Hour Energy. So it's definitely an opportunity for us to widen the pool. We talked to lots of non-endemic brands, whether it's snack food or beverages or whatever the hell it is, that all understand and see that this is a growing, burgeoning thing. It's very nice to be able to talk to them about Quake Champions as an esport from the standpoint of, like, no, we didn't just get here. We were actually the first ones. Like, we never left. we've always been doing this. And sure, there's other ones right now that, you know, are bigger and more popular and have bigger prize pools, but like this is what this game is and community has always been. It never left. And so we can speak from a place of authenticity and not feel like we're sort of jumping into a new trend or trying to ride on somebody else's coattails. Like, it's a pretty defensible thing to be able to say, like, we were the first one that started this phenomenon, and now we've got a new game after years of not having one in this space that can not only cater to existing players but can bring in a whole new generation of players that are looking for that faster, more skill-based, FPS.